Hello, my name is Rachel Acosta. I'm the Undergraduate Student Services Manager for the College of Information and Communications. Today we will be talking about how our college can continue to deliver quality education as defined by the United Nations Sustainability Goals. This definition is from the UN's website about the fourth goal of quality education. While it may seem self-evident that higher education will always deliver on this goal, there are some challenges ahead that could impede the college moving forward. As many from around the university have heard, a report from the Chronicle of Higher Education states that the high school graduate population will decline beginning around the year 2026. We will talk more about why this is true on the next slide. University officials will react in different ways to a report of this nature. As of right now, it seems enrollment has gone up, as we have just admitted our largest incoming class of freshman students ever, according to enrollment reports from the university. What is also true is that technology in higher education is here to stay. In fact, it will only continue to grow as more becomes available. While these can be good things, if we are not purposeful, certain pitfalls can come with these changes. The question remains, how will we maintain our mission to allow access for quality education to all students, regardless of income or other potential obstacle? Change is coming. The total number of high school graduates will fall. In a time where a state institution like ours relies more on tuition dollars and not state funding, this can be a scary prospect. There are many ways we can respond to this kind of report. Another truth is that technology is here to stay in higher education. Faculty are encouraged more and more to use technology in the classroom. Online courses, either 100% asynchronous or 50% asynchronous, and other technological changes in delivery of instruction are becoming more a part of our higher education landscape. While the majority of students have access to technology, there is still a percentage that does not. Although small in numbers, those students who do not have access to this technology are also the kinds of students that can most benefit from a higher education degree. It is not only low-income students who may not have access. Students with disabilities may have harder and harder times to access course materials and other necessary information at the university. This is because many of the technologies we use are not accessible to these students. With all this in mind, this slide shows some of the accessibility issues low-income students will face in the next decade. Universities, in order to increase their ranking through test scores, could block out students of lower income and of diverse populations. The way cost of living expenses is calculated by universities could cause a differential in financial aid given, therefore not making higher education financially viable for many students. Finally, in order to bring in more tuition dollars, universities may go after more non-resident students who pay higher tuition rates. However, there has been an associated negative decline in the proportion of low-income in-resident students that attend that university. That relationship is even more strong in universities and states with high poverty rates, as seen on this slide. Even if we are not hit as hard financially as other universities by lower enrollments, technology will still play a huge part in our lives. Developers do not always have users from diverse backgrounds and diverse needs in mind when creating their technology to sell to institutions. We can be the voice of these students to make sure that they are not left behind in the technologies we purchase. As we head into a new decade, it will be important that we strategically plan for the changes to come. We need to be committed to strategic planning. Students do want to graduate within 4 years, not just because that's what they want, but because of finances. Using data to plan curriculum is more effective and more efficient. We also can look at curriculum bottlenecks and identify ways that we can help solve this problem. Some of our requirements may put economic burdens on students. Those of low income backgrounds may not be able to compensate for those. Also, we need to encourage technology developers in their accessibility. There are many investments we can make now to help plan for the future. We already offer scholarships to students, and we should remain committed to that endeavor. As the new budget model rolls out, we can look for ways to address bottleneck areas in our curriculum and how we can address these concerns. One idea I would like to propose is to look for more interdisciplinary ways through faculty and course offerings that we can be innovative. There are other faculty on this campus that are doing research and work that could benefit and contribute to what we do here in our college. The Curriculum Committee can also work with the Associate Deans for Diversity and Equity and Inclusion, as well as the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, to make sure, from a curriculum and a technology standpoint, we are being inclusive. Moving forward, the three groups who need to be involved in this process are senior leadership in the college, faculty, and students. The senior leadership can be in connection with other departments on campus and how they are addressing these issues. They can also keep these initiatives' importance visible to the college. For faculty, designing curriculum and pedagogies that are inclusive, that have universal design in mind, is crucial. Also, having an awareness of obstacles students face from all backgrounds is important. Finally, students need to be encouraged to participate in the conversation. They need to voice their struggles and concerns so that everyone is aware from their point of view how our initiatives are going. As always, there will be things that do not go well at first or those who are resistant to changes made. It will take time to build something new. There are also many times where we will meet failure before we gain success. As the saying goes, you do not know what you do not know. Sometimes new things need to be tried in order to see the flaws in the plan. But that does not mean we should not move towards inclusivity and accessibility. We are also a department that is within a larger context. Not every decision is in our control. However, that is something we can deal with moving forward if we have a strategic plan in place for how to keep quality education accessible to all students. In conclusion, if we do not purposely plan for these things in our future, we could find our institution in a place that goes against our values and our mission. We must strategically plan for the future we want, or we may end up in a future that we do not.